Hi guys, welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. Thank you for always stopping by. If you're just joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe to this channel and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Abeg. Waiting you are about to watch could shock you. What is actually going on in Finland? The Finland government versus Simon Epka and Nigerian government. Okay guys, let's go there. I will be right back. Thank you.
In this video, we shall be going through all of the latest updates and releases coming out from the BRGIE District Court regarding Mr. Simon, a man held in its correctional center known as Kilamakoski. Well, just in case you don't know, yesterday being the 26th of May of 2025, Mr. Simon appeared alongside with his lawyer, appeared before the BRGIE District Court to kickstart his trial. Yes, and today being the 27th of May of 2025, the trial has continued, and in this video we shall be discussing and showcasing every single conversation had in the courtroom today. Well, first thing first, just in case you want to fact check us, feel free to go to the BRGIE District Court official website to get first-hand info and first-hand documents for yourselves. And meanwhile, we are going to use illustrative pictures and videos to better buttress our points and to create or recreate the court session today. So with that out of the way, let's kickstart this video and showcase every conversation held in the courtroom today. So the court session kicked off around 11 a.m. this morning, and around 11:30, the lawyer representing the government was called upon to do some questioning, to question Simon and his lawyer. The lawyer began by asking a very straightforward question, which we believe is a very tricky one. He was like, "Simon, do you know that the IPOB has been proscribed a terror group in Nigeria?" The lawyer from the government also presented a series of news articles and a court declaration stating categorically that the IPOB is now a terror group in the country. Meanwhile, the moment the lawyer from the government asked that question, the lawyer of Simon wanted to object, but the judge was like, "You should calm down, wait for him to finish up his questions before you can make any statement or try to object." The lawyer from the government also asked a very simple question to Simon and his legal counsel team. He was like, "Is your client a member of the IPOB? Is your client a member of a group proscribed by the Nigerian government as being a terror group?" And the lawyer said he would want to cross-examine Simon after his lawyer make any statement. Well, Carl Gumares asked the judge to give him some time before the lawyer representing the government of that country will cross-examine Simon. And the judge was like, "Okay, you have your time. What do you want to say and which info do you want to share?" He went through his file and brought out some documents, some tweets from Simon himself. And this, like I said, this is coming from the lawyer representing Simon. Showing right now on your screen is a tweet he presented in the courtroom where he made a claim that Simon, as we speak, has no affiliation with the IPOB. Simon, as we speak, today being the 27th of May of 2025, has no affiliation with that group. He also went a step further to claim that Simon has no control of that group because that particular group has different individuals who carry out series of acts that he did not give orders for. So he's saying in essence that Simon has no affiliation with the IPOB as we speak. Right now on your screen is a tweet he made reference to, a tweet released by Simon on the 18th of May of 2025. Where, as you can clearly see, Simon criticized and called out this IPOB. Well, feel free to pause this particular section of this video to read up and understand and see how Simon castigated this group. He also presented a tweet that was released on the 8th of October of 2023, released by Simon himself, where he was seen clearly mocking the IPOB's leadership. So in essence, he's saying that Simon has no affiliation with this group, and Simon is not a supporter of this group, and Simon never will be a supporter of this group. But then, that wasn't all. Things got really intense in the courtroom. The lawyer representing the government told the judge that, "Please give me some time. I would love to present some documents to this court session and to this courtroom that will clearly contradict the statements coming from the other counsel team." Showing right now on your screen is a tweet or a document he presented in the courtroom. He was claiming that Simon still has an affiliation, once upon a time was a member of the IPOB. Showing right now on your screen is a tweet released by Simon on the 8th of April of 2022, where he claimed that going forward, we may consider taking serious legal action against any Nigerian news media reporting that the IPOB is a proscribed group. This position is well noted and affirmed today by Justice Binta. We will no longer tolerate calling a whole nation as a proscribed group. And this is coming from Simon, where he claimed that he's going to take legal actions against any Nigerian media that places the IPOB as a group, a proscribed group. Yes. So the lawyer was like, as you can see, this is coming from your client, the man you claimed has no affiliation, and the man you claim was never a member or a party to this group. He also presented a tweet released by Simon from the 22nd of December of 2021, where he was like, the reason the IPOB launched the Eastern Security Network was to defend the USB land. And pause this part of the video if you want to read up all of these things. But these are documents presented by the lawyer from the government. So he was trying to convince the courtroom that Simon is still a member and was a member of the IPOB, regardless of what the lawyer is trying to say or defend. So after presenting the whole document, he told the judge that, so as you can see, this man is or was a member of a group, a proscribed group known as the IPOB. But Simon's lawyer still maintained that his client has no affiliation. He had no current affiliation with this group. That this group, as we speak, a lot of factions of the IPOB has been created, and these factions of the IPOB are responsible for the insecurity in the southeastern region of Nigeria. That Simon has no affiliation with those factions, and these are the claims from the lawyer of Simon. Yes, a lot of conversations we had regarding the IPOB and its proscription, but I don't want to bore you with all of the details. You can go to the website to get official documents for yourselves and read up. But then let's take a look at a different argument had in the courtroom today. So the lawyer representing the government asked the judge to grant him the permission to cross-examine Simon, and his request was granted. Yes, so he had the right and the permission to cross-examine Simon. He asked the very first question and a very direct question to Simon. He was like, during your pre-trial and when the National Bureau of Investigations were investigating your claims and your case, you made a very interesting statement that up to this point in time, you are yet to fully understand and grasp. You mentioned the fact that you are just a content creator. Can you, Simon, explain how you're a content creator with the IPOB movement? The lawyer of Simon wanted to object or stop that questioning, but the judge said he should hold on and let the lawyer from the government cross-examine their client. Simon responded by saying, I have no affiliation with the IPOB to start off. I have no affiliation with the IPOB as we speak. So please don't use the IPOB in the same sentence while addressing me. These are the words from Simon. He was very courageous in the courtroom today. So Simon was like, yes, I made mention of the fact that I am a content creator. I have a Twitter page, I have a Facebook page, and I have a series of YouTube pages. I usually write up scripts, I usually make videos, I usually record myself and post them to my social media accounts, which are called content creating. Simon also went a step further to ask the lawyer representing the government to please explain what content creating means for me to understand. You can say it in any language, speak it in faint, or any language you can clearly speak, so that I can really understand what content creating means from your own point of view. The lawyer turned down that request from Simon. He also went a step further to claim that Simon, during his pre-trial and investigation, made a statement that he's just a content creator and whatever he has posted on a social media platform shouldn't be taken seriously. And he's asking Simon to explain what he means by shouldn't be taken seriously. Simon was like, yes, I am a content creator. I've made a lot of videos and I've made a lot of tweets and posts. Anybody that sees my posts and sees my videos are not under duress to respect or to take instructions from me. You're not under duress. You have the freedom. You can do whatever you want to do after seeing my posts. You can do whatever you want to do. You're not being forced to respect my rulings. And that is why I said whatever I've posted on my social media platforms shouldn't be taken seriously. The lawyer representing the government told the courtroom that Simon, over the past couple of years, has used very, very strong and inciting words in his social media platforms. He has used very compelling words, and he has also threatened a lot of individuals in the southeastern region that they must obey his rulings, and if they don't obey his rulings, they will dance to his tune or probably pay with their lives. A lot of arguments and a lot of conversations we had in that regard, and it got really, really intense in the courtroom it got really intense. The lawyer of Simon had to jump in and object some questions, and at some point they had to go for a short break and resume court session afterwards. Yes, the very first part of this court session was very intense because the lawyer from the government had direct questions. He had very, very direct and tricky questions that he has prepared and presented. And this guy also came up with facts. He came up with court recordings. He came up with voice recordings. He came up with documents, tweets, to pin down Simon that he's not just a content creator, he's a leader of a particular group in Nigeria, that he has used threatening words on individuals. He has forced people to respect his rulings. He has also called for individuals to honor life, the army of the Nigerian government. Yes, these were the whole conversations heard within the first period. Yes, things got really, really intense in the very first part, and they went for a short break to resume after some time. Well, let's take a look at the second part of the whole court session. Let's take a look at the second part, because this is where a lot of drama unfolded in the courtroom, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to miss out. But then, before we look at the second part, do well to subscribe to this channel and turn on post notifications, because we are going to give you day by day analysis of every single thing that will play out in the courtroom. So feel free to subscribe and turn on post notifications. It's going to be a very, very interesting one going forward. So after the short break, the court session resumed again, but this time the lawyer representing the government came out to ask Simon a question. Are you the prime minister of the BRGIE? Are you a leader of this BRGIE, a subsection under the IPOB? Well, Simon's lawyer said that yes, when you go to his content creation pages, that is his social media platforms, he stated that he is a prime minister. And like he said before, you shouldn't take anything he says on his social media platform seriously, because he has the freedom of speech, freedom to express his views, and freedom to call himself whatever he finds fit. Yes. So the lawyer was like, okay, are you trying to tell us that you are just a prime minister on paper, but in reality you are not? Are you trying to say that whatever you say on your social media platform shouldn't be taken seriously? Simon's lawyer said, yes, don't take whatever my client posts on his page seriously, because he's just like a political commentator. He has the freedom of speech and expression like every other human. So the lawyer from the government asked Simon's legal counsel team to please explain to me in details what the BRGI simply means. And the lawyer from Simon said, yes, you are here to ask me questions. You are here to cross-examine my client. But then you haven't done your due diligence to check the meaning of the BRGI. Why are you asking me to explain what you can actually get right now from your phone? And he was like, you are trying to waste our time here. We have serious conversations to have, and you're asking me to explain what the BRGI means. But the lawyer of Simon said, okay, I'll still explain it to you. And he was like, the BRGI is a political entity that represents the aspirations of the USB people for self-determination and independence from Nigeria. He also went a step further to claim that the USB struggle dates back to the Nigerian Civil War from the 1967 up until the 1970, during which the region attempted to secede from Nigeria, leading to significant loss of life and hardship. After the war, many USB leaders went into exile, and the idea for a government in exile emerged as a way to continue advocating for the USB independence. The BRGI aims to promote the political, social, and economic rights of the USB people. It seeks to gain international recognition and support for the cause, emphasizing the need for its self-governance and autonomy. Following a self-referendum and declaration of independence, the BRGI has been actively working to advance its diplomatic efforts for independence. The government in exile conducts public service broadcasts and engages with the international community to raise awareness about the USB situation. And he asked the lawyer representing the government that, is this definition clear enough, or do you want me to present more facts to explain what the BRGI means? The lawyer from the government said, no, you're okay, this makes sense, I like the explanation, but I have one simple question for you and your client. Is Simon, this man standing right here in our court session, your client Simon, the leader or the prime minister of the USB? And the lawyer said yes, he is the prime minister of the USB according to his social media platforms. He also went a step further to ask the lawyer from the government a very simple question. Is the IPOB recognized as a terror group in Finland? Do you guys recognize this group as a terror group in the EU? The lawyer said, this is your questions. Your questions doesn't matter as you speak. But he said, no, please answer my question. Is this group recognized as a terror group in your country? I really want to know, because my other questions will be based out of your responses. He said, as we speak, the government are yet to recognize it, the IPOB, as a terror group. But if you want us to do it right now, do it in the next minute, it's possible. We can inform the country, write to the police department, write to the National Bureau of Investigation, write to the Senate and to the presidency to do it, and that can be effected as soon as possible. Do you want us to go that route? And the lawyer from representing Simon said, please, I want you to do that. I want your country, I want this country to recognize or to proscribe this group as a terror group, and I want you to give me reasons. I want you to list out reasons why you think this group is a terror group here in Finland. Yes, I want to hear this from you. I want to hear every single thing you have to say. And the lawyer from the government said, your question right now has no basis, because the conversation here is about this man, Simon, a man who I can clearly see, a man who is in front of us. So any question you want to ask me must be related to his case. And the judge had to come in and calm the whole situation by telling the lawyer representing the government to answer all of his questions without trying to divert any claims or without trying to create any sense in the courtroom. So the government's lawyer said, no, the IPOB, as we speak, is not a terror group in our country. Yes, so today being the 27th of May of 2025, this group is not a terror group and there's no prescription yet. The lawyer from the legal counsel team of Simon said, very good, I like your responses. So you are saying the IPOB is not a terror group. Am I correct? He responded by saying, it's not a terror group in Finland. No, he was like, please keep out the country of Finland. Based out of your own knowledge, is this group a terror group as we speak? He said, no, it's not a terror group in Finland, but it is in the country of Nigeria. And Mr. Simon's lawyer was like, you please answer my question the way I asked them. Leave the ifs and the buts. Is this group a terror? Have you guys recognized it as such? And he was like, no, it's not a terror group. We haven't prescribed it as such, but we can do that in the future. But like, please, hold on, answer my questions the way I asked them. Leave all these ifs and buts, leave the future, leave the past tense, answer my questions as they come. The lawyer was like, no, it is not a terror group. And Simon's lawyer was like, very good. Thanks for that clarity and thanks for your answer. He was like, have this man, my client Simon, done anything in your country that can be classified as the activities coming from a group or a terror group? The lawyer said no, but your client has done a lot in Nigeria. Simon's lawyer said, please, all my questions should be based in what we have here, based in Finland, and based on the facts at hand. Please answer my questions. Have this guy done anything in your country, in Finland, as a politician that can be recognized or can be seen as a terrorist organization? The lawyer said no, not yet. And the lawyer from Simon said, as you can see, this guy has no claims, he has no points, and he has no data to back up any of his claims. My client here has done nothing that should be seen as activities coming from any group of such nature. Yes, my client here is 100% innocent and he has no case to answer. Yes, and they had series of conversations. They went back and forth with the conversation of the IPOB and Simon being the prime minister. But I think we all think that the lawyer from the government is only trying to test the waters. He's trying to just gather little data and little facts that he might probably use in the coming days. Yes, that's what we think. And kudos to every individual who came out to support their own client. Kudos to the lawyer from the government. Kudos to the lawyer representing Simon. This guy has put up a good fight and a very nice battle in the courtroom today. So feel free to go through the court sessions documents. It's available in the BRGIE District Court official website. Go there, get every details you want to see and understand. Feel free to read up and get every detail. So back to the courtroom. The presiding judge asked the lawyer from the government and the lawyer representing Simon to meet him in a room still in that court environment. Yes, the presiding judge wanted to meet with the lawyers from Simon and the lawyer from the government to have a closed-door conversation. Maybe he was trying to put them in order or probably warn them against the way and manner they carried themselves in the court session. After the meeting, the whole court session was closed and the lawyer fixed the next date for the hearings. Yes. And just in case you don't know, this today happens to be the second day of the court session, and yesterday was the very first court hearings. Yes, and we have a video that will showcase every single thing that happened yesterday in the courtroom and to see all of the arguments heard yesterday. Well, just in case you haven't watched that video, just in case you are yet to see it, we have a video right on this channel that will give you full info and full descriptions of what played out in the courtroom yesterday, being the 26th of May of 2025. Anyways, if you want to watch that.
So guys, thank you very much for stopping by. May God bless you all. Please kindly drop your comments below the comment section. Share this video, let it go viral so that Biafrans will understand what is happening with Simon Epka in Finland. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye for now.